Hi everyone, myself Vamsi Krishna. In this session, we are going to focus on how to configure New Relic in Spring Boot. I'll show you what is New Relic and how to use the New Relic APM tool, and using that how to monitor JVM, database, transactions, external services, everything. Okay. Basically, if you see the dashboard, right, like whatever I have, this is New Relic page. Once you log into New Relic, you will have this one. You just need to say New Relic login. I already created an account here. I'm directly logging into this account. If you see this New Relic, click on login page. You will be redirected to New Relic main page. This is the main page. Here, there are multiple headers, and we are going to focus mostly on APM. Application Performance Management Tool. Okay. New Relic APM tool helps in monitoring JVM, Java Virtual Machine, databases, transactions, and external services, etc. This New Relic APM tool uses JMX, Java Management Extension, to send your application data to New Relic cloud servers. We are going to see Spring Boot project setup for New Relic APM. First, we have to download the project, and on this project, we have to configure the New Relic agent. Let me quickly use the code which I have here. I have a GitHub repository. In this account, Cloud Tech Masters is my GitHub username. Inside this, I have a repository, Spring Boot weekend session. Here, I'm going to clone this code, and I'm going to integrate this with New Relic. Let me take a EC2 instance and install Java Maven and Git inside there, and I'll try to integrate Spring Boot with New Relic. Okay, I'm selecting Amazon Linux to select, and I'm fine with 1 CPU and 1 GB memory. Also review on launch. This is the key pair I'm using. Click on launch instances. Click on this server. I can give any name. I'm just giving New Relic Application Performance Management Spring Boot. Okay. Now copy the server IP and connect using MobiXterm. Click on session, SSH, remote host, specify username, EC2-user, advanced SSH settings, use private key, select your key pair. Click on OK. Once we connect to the server, as we are trying to run Spring Boot application, I have to build the project. For that, I need Java, Maven, and Git. Let me install all those softwares one by one. Install Java using yum install Java -1.8.0 -OpenJDK, and one more package, OpenJDK development package, and Maven and Git. I'm installing all the softwares at once. Once the software is installed, just clone the code. This is our repository. Click on this, clone the code. You can cross verify one more time. Java-version, MVN-version, Git-version. All the softwares are present. Now, As we have all the software, just do git clone. Git clone, you need to clone the repository. Once you clone the repository, go into the repository and say mvn clean install. Okay, let it build the Maven project. Done. This is done. Now, for configuring the New Relic agent, go to New Relic page, and here click on APM. And click on add more. Okay, click on add more. And after that, we need to select type of application which will be monitored. In our case, the application is Java. Select Java. And it will ask you to mention the application name. I'll give this as the application name. You can give the application name, and then it will ask you to download our configuration file. Click on download, and then we need to download and install the agent. Copy this and download the agent outside here. You can download the agent. Now the New Relic Java agent is downloaded. Unzip that using unzip command. Now your Java agent is also unzipped. Now in the project, in the New Relic project, if you see in the New Relic project, you have a jar file called newrelic.jar, and you have a file called newrelic.yaml. Inside this newrelic.yaml, we have the licensing key. You can go here, show in folder, and say open with. If you want, you can use another program. I have Visual Studio. I'll say Visual Studio Code. I'll quickly show what does this newrelic.yaml contains. In the meantime, I can use Notepad++ also, or Visual Studio is already open. Let it open. I'll explain quickly what does this YAML file contains. This YAML file contains the license key of your New Relic and the application name which we have given in New Relic. These are the two important parameters. One is application name, another one is license key. If you see here, this is the license key. Okay, this is the license key, and then agent enabled equal to true, and then application name is this. Okay, remaining all parameters are default. We are not changing anything. We just need to focus more on license key. This was already pre-populated. Agent enabled equal to true, and then application name equal to this one. Okay, now we need to copy this content and replace the existing one which we have in agent with this new one. Just I am emptying newrelic.yaml file and add the content which we just downloaded from New Relic website. Paste this. Okay, we pasted this, and then next what we need to do, we need to get specific instructions for your Java setup. You need to mention whether your application is using Jetty server, or whether your application is using Spring Boot, or whether your application is using Tomcat. In my case, I am using Spring Boot, this is the command I should mention. This is the command I should mention. Before executing this command, what I will do, I need to construct this command. Okay. First one is Java hyphen Java agent colon. I need to mention the full path to New Relic jar. It is present under /root /New Relic /New Relic .jar. I am giving this, and my jar is present in this one, target, this one. Okay, this is my jar. Java hyphen Java agent colon your full path to New Relic .jar, and what is your application jar file. Just enter. Now your application will start running, and it is picking up the New Relic.yaml, and it is using default collector host to collect the logs, all these things. Okay, let us go into this cd Spring Boot application, cd target. Now we will see mvn clean install. This is there. We'll try to give Java hyphen jar. What is the command? Java hyphen Java agent colon Java hyphen Java agent colon this one, and then our application is jar file is this. Yeah, now the application is running. If you see, the application is running. Once this application is running, then this application we can monitor from New Relic. And inside this application, I have a API called, click on src main Java and controller, and this is the API which was exposed here. This is the API. You can access this API from another browser as well. Copy the server IP, and my application is running on 3333 port. Okay, just open another tab, and you can mention server IP. Let me copy server IP colon 333 / get all DevOps tools. This is my API. Okay, this is my API. When I'm hitting this endpoint, I'll get this, but this is not working because I haven't allowed the security group. Let me quickly allow the security group for that particular port number. I have to allow 3333 because I am running my application on that port. That has been mentioned here. You can cross check in src main resources. Okay, in src main resources, application.properties, there is an entry called server.port. That's why I need to allow this port in the security group. Edit inbound rule, add rule. This is the port number where our server is running. This is done. Save rules and just close this. Now if you go and see here, now you will get the response. Perfect. Now whatever the API calls you are making, these things we can see in New Relic as well. We'll go to that APM. And we'll click on the application. Our application is this one, Spring Boot weekend session. Click on that. And then you can click on distributed tracing. In the distributed tracing, if you see, First time our controller failed. That is the reason this error is there. And just now, get all this is also there. And you can see our application is up and running here. This is there in the distributed tracing. If at all you want to see, you can go to JVMs for memory. You can see memory here. You can see this. You can observe memory here. How much memory is used, how much is maximum heap memory, and how much heap is committed, how many sessions are there, how many threads are there. All these things will be present here. And you can open transactions as well. In the transactions, you can see all the transactions that happened. See, these are the transactions that happened. You can see all the transactions. All the transactions you can see here. As it is Java transactions, you can select Java. These are Java transactions. Okay. And as we don't have databases, we can't see anything here. If databases are there, we can observe here as well. In this case, I just showed JVM because we are using Java application. We can see the Java virtual memory. And then distributed tracing I have seen because we have called multiple APIs, right? We can see those APIs in the distributed tracing tab. Whatever the request we are calling, we can see this. Here we can observe all the entries. If you want, you can register one more application as well. The process is same. Any application, if you want to register, the process is same. You just open the application name, and here you can see distributed tracing, and you can see transactions like this. If at all you want another application, right? Same thing, go to my repository, another application I'll try to do. Click on repositories. I have one more application, Hello Spring Boot application. Let me clone this. I just want to repeat this process one more time for another application. You can take another tab instead of stopping this. Just sudo -i. Just do git clone. This is my project. And then go into this Hello Spring Boot. Here do mvn clean install. Once you do mvn clean install, then the process is seen. Okay. You just need to mention your application name again. Go to this place and you can go here APM and say add more. You can say add more, and inside this select the Java agent and enter your application name. I'll give the application name as this. You can keep anything. I'll give the application name and download the YAML file. And we have the Java agent already. Just change the YAML file so that we can run this application. Go to target. Here you need to say this is the place. I am stopping this application so that I can show you the another application as well. Here, go here, cd New Relic. Here you have the YML file. You need to mention second YML file as well. Okay. This you can say this content you can mention as New Relic application 2. VI New Relic application 2.yml. I was trying for second application as well, so that the process will be clear. This is the application. Save this, and then how to run this? You can say Java hyphen Java agent :/root /new relic and /new relic application 2.yaml and your jar file. My jar file is hello hyphen this one. Sorry, Java hyphen jar is missing. Here I need to mention hyphen jar. Perfect. Okay, let me see the command. I have given something wrong. Copy here, go here, select Spring Boot. Sorry, I should give new relic.jar. Sorry, I just given wrong one. I should give new relic.jar. It will pick the YML. Let me rename this YML to the new one. I'll just rename like this. I am just using only the second application. Okay, this is my second application. Now I don't want to mention YML. I just want to mention the new relic.jar. I just want to mention new relic.jar. This one. Now our application is running. Here also the process is same. Now if you go to New Relic, go to APM. Go to APM. You will see new application coming in. Okay, it is just starting. The new application will be coming in. Port number is 8080. Let me allow 8080 port as well. Open 8080. For the second application, the port number is 8080. Click on security group ID. Edit inbound rules. Add one more rule for 8080 port and mention the CIDR block as well. Perfect. Now you can close this and you can access this application with 8080 page response you should get, and then server IP colon 8080 slash. Okay, slash is not there. Let us see the code. What is the API that was exposed? SRC. You can click on SRC main. This is the project, and here you can see hello controller. We can see what is the API. Slash hello is the API. Let us access through slash hello. Perfect. Now we got the response. Now go to APM in the new relic page and refresh the page. Now you will see the new application which we just created. Now see, this is the application which we just created. Click on this. And you can see these are the requests that just came now. And if you want, go to distributed tracing and you can see the API URLs which we just accessed now. See, this is the API URL which we just accessed. We got error HTML and hello is the API which we accessed. You can compare here. Slash hello is the API, and the response was this one, right? These are the access requests which we just made. And if you want, you can go to JVM. You can see Java Virtual Memory as well, and you can see how much memory this is using. See, this is using this much memory, and out of this, response time is this, throughput is this, and CPU usage is this, and memory usage is this, and Tomcat is the application server. And this is the used heap. These are like different JVM terminologies. And then if you want, you can go to transactions. And in the transactions, you can see the applications, right? You can see these applications. And if you want, our transaction is Java transaction, click on Java. See, these are our transaction. You can see those requests here. These are the transactions. Likewise, if you have any databases or external services, you can see here as well. Okay, we have seen distributed tracing, and we have seen Java virtual machine, and we have seen transactions as well. If you want to see dependencies, click on dependencies as well. We can see the dependencies present for this application as well. Okay, this is just the service map. And then click on this. We have seen dependencies fine, external services. There are no external services. And if you want to see errors, you can go to event section and you can see the errors as well. This is how you need to monitor. This APM is nothing but application performance management tool. Thanks everyone for watching this video.